You can check them out here on Ironic Radio.
Fabulous.
8-Bit Bros.
Eight to the is
That's number 8,
to the
then bit,
bro to the is
then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page
And a
much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m. Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
It's time for a fabulous show. Fabulous. This is 8-Bit Bros Thursday late edition. Lots of great conversation going to be had tonight. With that being said, not a kid-friendly show. Adult language, adult content. Do the right thing, people. Put your kids in the closet.
to the is to the bro to the is
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, Bros. Thursday, late edition. Yep, all of us in the house. J7 joining in just as we starting. What up, J7?
Hello.
Center box gets a square. That's Render Man.
What up, people?
Yep. That's me to the left. You know that by now. Over there, 865,000 million miles south. The one and only Thumping Loud. Yeah. What up, people?
What up?
First off, drinking local. Twin Lights Rocktoberfest. Beautiful.
I drank local earlier. I had a Cape May, what did they call it? It was a Marzen, essentially, 5-spice Marzen Oktoberfest style ale.
Okay.
And they called it mop water.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Very flavorful. Reminded me, flavor-wise, to be like our Santa's Little Helper from Cat's Away Brewing.
Oh.
With the amount of flavor and spice in it. It had the allspice, the coriander, the star anise, the clove. All of those spices ran throughout it.
Cat's Away, Santa's Little Helper is a take on Santa's Private Reserve from Stone Brewing Company. It's not the same.
I thought it was an homage to the Simpsons dog.
Santa's Little Helper? Oh, that's, hold on. Wait, it's muted. Hold on, I gotta do it again. There you go. Sorry for the delay on that one. I'm so used to Ren hitting that point button in the studio, so.
One of these days I'll buy a cable to do that.
Stop fucking with your mic, J7.
Sorry. It like collapsed on itself. Like the little legs just went.
Okay, also remember, don't lean in too hard on it because the gain's still up pretty good on it.
Oh, should I take it down some more?
Well,
where are you?
There was a point during Tuesday's show where you like leaned in on it, and all of a sudden it was like, "All right, so now I'm going to talk to you like I'm over here and I'm going to do this thing." And we were like, "How the hell?" That's why you saw me at one point go, "Back up, back up."
Gain sounds like it's at like an 8.
Should it be lower, like there?
Like where?
We still hear you pretty good.
Give me Walker numbers so I know dB levels. I'm an audio guy. I need to know where it's at.
It doesn't say.
It's got lines.
Yeah.
But it's got 10 little lines. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It doesn't have lines at all, actually. Like if you guys.
Oh, hers has probably got the one dot for.
So put it mid. Put it mid.
That's where that she'd have to turn it up to turn it to mid.
You got to turn it up to put it to mid.
Oh, okay. So, I see what it does now. It actually, when I turn it,
Yeah.
the light turns a different color,
Yeah,
right?
Turn it.
Okay, so it's at mid now.
Yeah, turn it the fuck down. Go to a quarter. That's like a +3 dB.
Okay, now it's at like a quarter. Now
Yeah.
She could
it's at a
start
quarter.
from 0 and just touch it
Yeah.
and turn it on, and then we could see exactly where she's like able to be heard.
Yeah, your hollowness is gone, but I think you need to turn it down a little more.
Okay. How about that? How about that?
Wow, that mic picks up a lot of fucking sound.
Yeah.
Cash me
There,
that.
Cash
there
me
has to be
outside.
No
there
difference.
has to be a passive gain somewhere.
Yeah, there's no difference on that mic.
It
It's
could
like
be.
that.
It could be her Skype's got the passive gain on.
Oh,
Let me see.
yeah, your Skype settings. Go to settings. Go to audio. Turn off automatically adjust microphone settings. If that's on, it's under.
It is off.
It is off. Oh well.
Mhm.
Then you need to turn your mic gain down physically on your computer.
Is that better?
I mean, it's
don't-
fine now. You're not.
No, it sounds good. You don't sound hollow, and you're not hearing the refrigerator.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh no, you like we haven't said a lot, but we've heard a lot.
My refrigerator, it's like not even close.
No, but we could hear when somebody would touch the door,
Wow.
or when somebody would touch the sink, or grab a glass, or walk through the room, or
That's ridiculous.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Welcome to USB microphones.
mm-hmm.
Like that is essentially what it really is. Like USB mics, they're the finickiest things. It's just like why you don't use your webcam mic because it's just like, yeah, I'm a microphone. See, I hear what you're saying, and you're like, okay, microphone, calm down. It's not that necessary.
I love echo chambers. No, I'm not in the bathroom with my laptop.
Yeah, right.
It used to kill me. There was a show Thump worked on where he did this awesome sound production for it, but the person he was sound producing for would like go in her closet.
Just
So-
randomly?
Well,
No,
no, you would just.
It's the best spot in my house, so I'm gonna go in my closet, and it was an
Oh.
echo chamber.
Yeah, it was.
It
All
was an
right.
echo
Thank you,
chamber.
Mr. Joe, there for the stream share. We appreciate it.
Peace. Yes, love it. So, what the hell's been going on since Tuesday? Anything? To where I gotta get to. I get to.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
we took-
actually, work.
To steal Thump's line, elephant in the room.
Yes.
Where are you in Destiny? We got to get this out of the way now.
Let's see. I'm still doing the campaign.
Oh.
I just finished the Glassway strike.
So we can't even fucking talk to her.
No, because you're actually like even behind me, who is a real casual.
Wow. Okay.
What's your light level?
Like 11 something.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
we're both in 12s already, and he's like ahead of me, appropriately so, because I know how hard he can go, and I'm sitting now at a 12-12. I think is where I am.
12. Wait, let me make sure. I think I'm 11 like 8. No. Yeah, I'm in the 1190 something
12.
range.
1232.
Wow, you're like way ahead of me because you finished the campaign already, right?
I have unlocked multiple shit for my super.
Okay, so yeah, that means you finished the campaign because I don't think you get the
No,
the
you get
super.
No,
Yeah.
all your new class ability stuff
Yeah.
is like
after the.
easy unlock, like piecemeal shit after the fact.
Yeah.
Like you get your stasis, and then you get to upgrade and modify.
New jump, new wall.
Yeah, I
You've-
like the whole attachment process. Like there's the class itself, the subclass itself, but then there's that first little thing that is like normal subclasses, and then there's the attachments.
That's aspects and the elements that you can.
There's the attachments that go to it, and I'm like, oh well, that's interesting. It's a good
And you-
build on it.
And you get to choose your path. You get options.
Yeah.
Get options.
Well, it's way more tuning available to the stasis class than there ever was for our other 3 classes. Even though you'd get some people who would run like single bow shot, or some people who would run multi bow shot, but this is even bigger than doing that.
Yep.
And I'm a big fan of the cloud grenade over the
Titan bubble grenade.
well, I mean that's the hunter gets the same that cloud grenade, the one that just like it where you throw it, it hits and it turns into a cloud.
Yeah, everybody gets them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one better than the one that goes tink and then falls on the ground somewhere and then creates its space.
Does you guys man different things, right? Warlock, hunter.
Right.
Warlock.
We are we are a fire team here, an appropriate fire team.
Okay. Does one of your grenades have tracking?
No. At this point, I don't think so.
No.
One of the Titan grenades is tracking, so you throw it and it fucking freezes whatever you're throwing it at, and then it sends out a tracker for the next person. It's awesome in PvP.
That's cool.
For these little bitches, you little shotgun fuckers who hide around corners. So
Shotgun fucker.
Yeah. So as it lights up on the fucking map and you see the guy and there's no movement, you don't hear anything, you know he's hiding. You just fucking run up and chuck your grenade and it goes right around a fucking corner and freezes him. Eliminates the corner camping, Call of Duty, shotgun motherfuckers. It's a great grenade. It is useless in PvE, although it tracks more. Like it'll go out and freeze 4 people. In PvP, I really haven't hit one extra person, the person you hit it with, and then the person behind them, but it doesn't track any more than that. So you're dead anyway. You know, group, you're dead anyway, especially if it's 1v3 or 1v4, you're dead. But it does freeze the first person and a second. In PvE, it'll freeze fucking 4 people.
According to the optimizer, my max build can be a 12-17 and an 8th.
Oh, 12-17, okay. Okay. Still can't get into them fucking bunkers yet.
No, that is one of the craziest.
I don't know. Fucking Ren's kid said he finished one. I highly fucking doubt it because he said he soloed it, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Well, he could be. What's his light level?
His light level's less than mine, and I know I'm old, but I'm still a better player than he is.
I don't know, but I mean,
Maybe,
I appreciate you bragging about like this obscene, like
maybe not possible anymore, but
I'd almost guarantee he'd probably whoop you on anything.
Yeah.
I'd almost guarantee it.
Max is pretty OP when it comes to first-person shooters, bro.
Yeah,
I know. I was playing with him today. 33 fucking kills in the Crucible.
Not bad. That's really good.
Or 32, excuse me.
Yeah, and he probably had like 2 deaths.
Okay.
No,
Hold on. My cold snap grenade is the 3rd grenade option that I'll unlock here, and it's a grenade that freezes on impact and then sends seekers to find other targets. So
everybody gets the same grenades with this new.
Yeah, there's the dust field grenade, which is the 2nd unlock. Then there's the glacier grenade, which is the one that puts up the wall.
Right. Freezes anybody in the wall.
Right.
That's the first grenade you
That's
get.
the first grenade you get. Then there's the dust grenade, and then the 3rd grenade is the cold snap grenade.
Tracer, yeah. It's fun. It's fun. I'm running with it. I've been running with it now for since I got it, since I unlocked the 3rd one, and I still think the 2nd one for PvE is better because it's a Titan bubble. So you know how big that is.
Right.
And anything that runs into it starts to freeze, and if they stay in it long enough, they freeze, and then they take damage over time. And I've seen in PvP, you see that shit go up, you're jumping away from it. In PvE, all the fucking enemies are like, "Oh look, it's a light. I need to go towards it."
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm not a cabal. I'm a moth. Don't look into the light count. Can't help it. It's so pretty. In PvE, the PvP, you're jumping out of that shit. It's just like those strikes and the shit you got to do where the enemy tries to freeze you. As soon as you feel that shit, you're like jump, 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 jump till you get out of that fucking bubble.
Yeah.
So I mean PvP. Okay, you're going to be dead either way if you get stuck in the middle of it. But the Tracer one freezes them instantly. But it only freezes 2 in PvP.
Yeah.
So I don't know which grenade's better, but the aspects that you get for your super are pretty cool too. Like I have the super slide right now. So as the Titan, I slide like, I don't know, 3 times longer than a normal slide.
Wow, that's crazy. I love how they're doing all this like RPG stuff with the new stasis subclasses. The subclass.
Yeah, the game plays with the way you get to build your armor now, the way you can work your perks on your mods on your armor.
I like the fact that everything is equal now, because now you can pick anything you want.
Yeah, it plays more like an MMO. Everything is balanced better. Your mods can only go on certain shit, which makes more sense.
Right. Arms get certain things to help your weapons, and head gets certain things to help different.
And... I mean, it made no sense having reload speed on your helmet when it should have been on your gauntlets to begin with. Reload speed.
Yeah, and it didn't make sense that you could equip the mods on the weapons.
Right. Take that shit out. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like that they're on the armor now. Like it's like, all right, I see everything in one place. I see the perks. Yep. I see the mods. I see how this is affecting my like total for everything. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but like I am not using any of the new armor yet. Just because like I spent so much time like getting all my other stuff to like optimal levels, you know? And you know how many resources it takes to masterwork a freaking exotic gauntlet?
Yeah, like, you should have all that shit by now. I mean, how long have you been playing Destiny?
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna stop using my stuff, like, cause every season they give you like new armor and stuff, and now I look at it and I'm like, man, this shit is weak.
Well, look, here's the deal, okay? Here's what I've been doing for years. Since the beginning of the season passes, okay? You buy your season pass and you log into the game and they give you fucking level 0 freebie. Here you go. I don't even take that. I keep the armor that I've had and I run the game until I can't use that anymore. By that time, you've either collected better armor that has a higher power level, so you break down the masterwork shit you got and get 80% of it back. Get 80% back.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's masterwork, you get 80%. If it's not, you only get 60. Okay? So you're getting your material. Yeah, you're not getting your Ascendant shard back, but you're getting your fucking upgrade modules and your enhancement prisms. You're getting that shit back. You don't forget all the shit that's in your season pass until you hit level 50. Because the rest of it is garbage. Don't take any of your engrams except the shit for Everest, your bright engrams. Take those. Leave everything else in there. There's no point in taking it. It does you no good to take it when you can. It's the same light level as you.
Yeah.
Joy, it's not worth it. I didn't take anything out of the last season pass until I was level 100 max light. I pulled everything out of the season pass at its max light. So I had a complete set of armor with 65 or better perks into recovery for a Titan. Very good. Wish I had a little more strength. And now I've masterworked that. I threw out all the shit I had. I hated to do it, but I threw out my Iron Banner set that I had masterworked. Everything on it was 79 or 83 from last season, which is about as high as you could get. But I got all my materials back. And now I'm running around from day 1 or level whatever. I'm on day 1 with a masterwork set, And now I'm sitting with the possibility my armor only goes up to 1360. The new armor goes up to 1410. What difference does it make? Because the power cap level is 1260 anyway. So the armor you had from last year is good for the next season until we get a light increase. Then you need to worry about your new armor. The armor you're running, you immediately went and threw whatever fucking dress up you had to make it look like what you were running. I look exactly like I did, exactly like I want to be since for the last 2 years in Destiny.
Nope, I like the backpack for the hunter.
Yes, that is cool. That is very cool.
Yeah, I like that. So I am rocking a new hunter cloak because it looks dope to have like a back, like I'm a Sherpa.
I have seen so many hunters running around with the Majestic armor in its highest upgrade, and it fucking looks beautiful. But only on a hunter. And that shit goes up to 1360, the Majestic. But taking stuff out of the season pass, you take the bullshit. You take the materials, you take the bright dust, you take your dress up shit, whatever shards and shit like that. But taking all your engrams and stuff, that's why would you take an exotic engram at like 1150 when you can just pull it out later on for 1250?
Yeah, that's sound advice. I wouldn't pull it out unless I needed to, I guess.
Pull it out unless I intend to use it.
And the armor, not for anything. If you look in the season pass, the best you're getting is a 65. Throw a perk on it, it's at 75. Masterwork it, it's at 88. You're only gaining 1 power level on your armor versus what you had from last year, which was all 65s. There's really no benefit. And the perks that you can put on it is what you're putting on it to build your loadout. It's all changed, so you have to go in and change your perks anyway. So there's no point. All you need to worry about is getting your fucking running around with blue shit until you get to a point where you can go, all right, I'm going to infuse all of this 1220 gear I have into my 1050. And now you're instantly a fucking badass by the time you're done with the campaign. You're Crucible worthy, you're Master Hunt worthy. Maybe you can't do the fucking super dungeon lost sectors. I haven't done one yet, and I'm at 1231.
I think they disabled one of the wait, not dungeon, the legendary lost sector because it was broken.
It's fixed. Everything was reinitialized today. Exodus Crash is back as a strike. The Warlock is now fixed, not OP as motherfucker.
That's lame.
So
lame.
So it looks like as of right now, the raid will go off without a hitch, and trials should be back next week.
The only problem I have with the raid, the world's first competition will be going on.
Yes.
And there was already a lot of data mining that too much detail was able to be found about this raid moving forward.
Well, hey, blame you guys on your PCs for fucking data mining the code. You can't do that on a console.
It doesn't matter. The material still was available to be done when it was solely on console. So
I know.
Because the code is only written on the PC.
Code is the code. But look, I try and stay away from that. I told you.
There are a couple raid groups that are like somewhat contenders that have decided that they would ignore all of the information that had leaked about it, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it compromises World's First when you've got all this leaked information about it prior to it going live. Somebody said it might have been. I can't remember who it was now, but somebody said that it would be best if these raid encounters weren't built as portions of the game that already exist. That access portals had to be activated in order to get to the locations of these raids, instead of them being attached to the world already, because you got some people that some of the stuff that they find out is because they glitch into a section.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're
yeah.
like, oh, well, here's what the map kind of looks like, and here's what this kind of looks like, and we got a little rough idea what this is going on. And because they physically break into the game and start roaming around the environment.
Right. We've done that. I've done that.
Well, yeah, there's certain areas that, so they're saying that maybe not attaching that section to the map to make it portal, especially because we got so many Vex portals on every planet that we've ever been to, that it would be easy enough to attach these things through some of these portal systems that are on every planet instead of having them directly connected to the environment.
You know, speaking of, I got a fucking cache key today that came up on my screen. Cache key, destructive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Motherfucker, I had no idea what to do because I'm telling you, I have not looked anything up. One thing I looked up, to find one little fucking shard I needed to shoot.
Oh, see, I had seen them, but in order to recap, I went after the first 5. I wasn't going to go for the full 9, but I was going to go for the first 5.
Yeah, well, I knew where the 5 were because I had seen them around. I told you, you come up to them and you shoot them and they do nothing. It's
right, like invulnerables.
Right, immune. It's kind of like being in the Dreaming City with the eggs. You know, you got to shoot it with the right weapon.
Yeah, it's got to have that bow.
Yeah, right. So I had come across quite a few of them. I think I came across 7 so far. I'm not sure. But when I realized what the fuck, I was like, oh, damn, I found 4. I could remember where 4. I was like, fuck it, I got to look this up and find the 5th one because I know what this does now. I need my 5th one. So I did look that up. That's the only thing I looked. Now I have 7, by the way. No, 6. I've got 6 I've shot so far.
Yeah, I still only have my 5. I'm not really messing.
I have found them, and what I have done is I carry the weapon, obviously, and then I equipped it, and I go around and I shoot shit until I don't leave the fucking area because I'll never remember where it was. I'll spend 20 minutes trying to get a heavy brick just to shoot it. But I really like what they've done with this game. It plays more like an MMO. Your weapons loadout can be built more like an MMO. It's back to what we saw at E3, in my opinion. Pre-Vanilla Destiny, where we all were like, whoa. This looks like
I think it fulfills the initial promise of the game a whole lot better. And it's very clear that, the compromises they had to make when they were working with a large publisher are what were holding them back.
And we've talked openly about it and don't have a problem identifying that large publisher fuckers, Activision.
Oh, yeah, Activision was definitely dragging the game in a downward spiral.
It started when they cut the deal with Activision to fund them. And J7, we were talking about this the other day. I really didn't think they needed money because they had the IP, period.
Yeah, but they didn't. Yeah, they did need money because.
But I think the biggest problem was when they cut the deal with Activision, and me and Thump talked about this at fucking length's ends. Activision made the decision that, wait a second, we gave you $250 million to develop this game, and now you're a cash cow. So great, Microsoft, Sony coming out with new consoles. No, you still got to deal with that console over there. Can't forget about that one. Where everyone else was like, yo, we'll give you $30 if you bring your fucking game disc in from your 360 for an Xbox One, and you can just transfer your fucking stats and you're good to go. But Activision wanted none of that, and they wanted to support 2 consoles to rape in as much money as possible, and that's where the destruction of the game started. Anybody want to remember Vault Space? When it was 250 slots, and it couldn't be any more because it would fuck shit up.
What?
Yeah, That was the start of the Super Mario Kart on N64. That was a good game, Joshua. I was down with that one too. That's where the Xbox 360 had memory constraints, and Destiny was being built for a future console, but Activision said no, 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 got to support both. And that's when the game started to get buggy. When they started introducing more and more content that had to be dealt with across two different consoles in the same ecosystem that had one had more power, one had less. You couldn't build this game in an 8 gig of RAM space when the new consoles were giving you 16. Vault space, we couldn't get vault space. Oh, and when we finally got vault space on the Xbox One, if you went back on the 360, you couldn't look at any of your weapons. You had to guess what they were and take them out of the vault.
Yes. However, I think that mechanically,
right,
the game worked at launch. You know, I think that the things that were wrong with Destiny at launch were the game didn't make sense. You know, like you didn't know why anything was happening, and everything was kind of dry and piecemeal.
Right.
And then I
It
don't
was
know if
hollow from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, where they didn't tie their stories moving
yeah,
forward from one to the other. It was like, well, now this is really empty.
right. So the same thing happened at the launch of Destiny 1 and at the launch of Destiny 2. When Destiny 1 launched, it was hollow. It didn't really like I wasn't really into it. And I bought it day one because I already knew the reputation that Bungie had, and I'd seen the trailer at E3, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is what I can do with Destiny. It's going to be so cool." And then I brought it home and I was not impressed.
I don't know. I gotta interject. I thought Vanilla Destiny, the introduction of the Guardian, the light, and the story, all the way up to the Armagal fucking fight and to the first raid was a solid story.
Well, hold on, no, Webb. You have to admit that it wasn't, because you couldn't access it in game. You had to go to the website in order to get the story.
Well, yes.
So
yeah,
at that
was
point,
always...
the lore not being in game definitely took a lot away from like what you knew about how things were, unless you did the extra research.
Look, I always bitched to you about that. And J7, we had a conversation after the show the other night. And what did I say to you? The biggest problem with Destiny was the fact you had to read shit. You had to read.
That's fine. I mean, it's cool that they make you you get a part of it in the game and a part of it in an expanded way on the website. At launch, Destiny 1 didn't really have a story. Like, what was the main story for Destiny 1 before any of the expansions? It was
you trying to figure out who the fuck you are, what you were, and why these fuckers are chasing you.
Is it though?
Yeah.
At the end of Destiny 1, the first campaign, the one where the stranger hands you a rifle, do you know who you are and what you're doing?
Well, no, you go to the tower and you learn more, and then you go out and fight.
But that's the end of Destiny 1.
Well, yeah,
was it launched?
Yeah, you had little mini stories here and there, but you're right. Yeah, okay. So the basis of it is like, okay.
Right? At the end of Destiny 1, vanilla Destiny, no expansions.
Right, yeah.
Before Taken King, where it really got cool. None of that. It was just, here's the rifle, go shoot some shit. Like, okay, why am I doing this? Who am I again? And are you sure? And you know, that's why, if you recall, I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain became a meme. That was the attitude of the entire game. It was like, here's a bunch of shit happening. We're not telling you why any of this is happening. You're just going to have to trust that we know what we're doing. Just hang out. And then the first raid was, the first raid was Vault of Glass. The second raid was the broken one, the Crota one.
Right, from the Dark Below.
I don't think I really, even though I was a day one player, I was not really into Destiny until like
Taken King.
Taken King.
Taken King, everybody knows that Destiny really hit its stride and really became the game for Taken King.
Wait, wasn't it House of Wolves though? The introduction of the Prince and the Queen, House of Wolves, and the Reef.
House of Wolves was a really good. So House of Wolves is when I really started to understand the mechanics of the game.
I mean, I get Taken King might be the
No,
best
that was
of,
like that's the boost that like made the game official.
that's the one that keeps you intrigued. House of Wolves is the one that has you still here playing this game. Yes, Taken King was great DLC, but if it wasn't for House of Wolves, you would have never been there for Taken King, and you wouldn't be here now.
Yeah, I agree that House of Wolves probably, if I'm being honest, House of Wolves made me understand the meta a little bit more.
Mm.
You know,
And it delved deeper into the storyline because it introduced an entire another subspecies that we had nothing to know about, but we knew they existed.
You mean the Awoken?
Uh-huh. You heard about them all before that, but you knew nothing about them. And this,
Yeah, that's true. You didn't really know much about who the queen was or like why she was doing anything.
plus, if you also remember, House of Wolves expanded your planets twice more. You had seven destinations at that point.
No, they just added the reef.
Was the reef, so it was 6 destinations, and Taken King brought in the Dreadnought?
Yeah.
Okay. We're trying to remember it all. I mean, we're going back 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. I'm not sure. No, 6 would be when the game started. 2014, right?
Yes. 2014 is when the game launched. It launched in September 2014.
Right. December
Okay.
was the
first. Dark Below, December 9th of 2014. House of Wolves, May 19th, 2015. Taken King, September 15th, 2015. Rise of Iron, September 20th, 2016.
Right, that's year 2.
Then Destiny 2 drops.
Sorry, that's year 3, Rise of Iron.
Yeah, then Destiny 2 drops, Curse of Osiris, then Warmind, then Forsaken, then Shadowkeep, then Beyond Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
on a console.
6 years old. The game is 6 years old.
World of Warcraft on a console.
Well, this is the first time that it's maybe comparable, but the only thing that holds a World of Warcraft together is the fact that World of Warcraft initial design, base format, still the game that is currently available for you to still buy 14 years later.
Yes. Buy the base game and then whatever the newest expansion is. The base game gives you all prior content that isn't degraded. What do you start that game at like a 1200 power level or light or whatever they call it? It's like 1200 now. If I'm not mistaken, it's 1200. It could have been. I know it was 960.
Hold on.
I think it's 1200 now. Or maybe you come in as a 960 and the cap is 12 or something like that. Yeah, I know you're looking it up. I appreciate that. But it's hard to talk about this game, J7. Go fucking grind out the campaign and catch up to somewhere close to where we are, please.
Yeah, I think I should have the campaign done by like this weekend.
Go fucking, after you get the campaign done, follow the XO and grind out the XO.
Grind out the XO. Okay.
And get her done, because that really unlocks your supers and your power, and it gives you the rest of the story.
Okay.
Story don't end with the campaign. That's what I'm kind of digging about this this version of Destiny. Again, why I say it's more closer to an MMO, because the campaign's the campaign. It's to get you to a point where you can free roam and do shit, and there's more to the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's closer to what they did with Forsaken so far.
Yeah.
You know?
I think this is the best that the game has gotten, and despite its bugs and glitches and problems, I think I love the fact of you walking around and the ghost is talking to you. It's fucking great. I love it. He starts telling you stories and how he's sorry.
Okay, what it is level cap has changed in the game, where they've lowered the cap and modified all the leveling in between.
Okay.
So you can still start as a level 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. And where are they capping right now?
Let's see. Hold on. Gotta look that one up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask that question. But yeah, I'm curious. Because I know it used to be like a 960. I had a bunch of friends playing. We used to talk about it. And he was like, yeah, I just broke 1,000. And I'm like, it's like my character's worth like 7,000
Yeah,
bucks.
see, current WoW level cap
What?
is like 120.
120. Yeah. Okay. So they extended more share.
Your gear levels still get up into like higher numbers, but it doesn't change your level.
Right.
Which is when WoW does a new expansion, they change the level cap system, they rebalance to where they drop the level cap again and move it around and do things with it.
Yeah.
Instead of forever going up, now they've changed it where when an expansion comes out, it's like, all right, here's your new leveling system.
Destiny will have to do that at some time.
Yeah, because once we're sitting here, the first 2K power level person is going to be like, this is dumb.
Yeah, it'll be something happens with the Traveler and he gets more powerful and gives it to all the Guardians, and now you're at light times 2, so you start level 1.
I don't know. I think. What do you guys think's gonna happen with? Because the last Destiny expansion planned so far is Lightfall.
Yes, Lightfall.
Yeah. Are we gonna lose our light?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at all of the expansions names going that way, sure, there's that very possibility that we go from light to dark.
The Witch Queen.
I mean, it started in the last DLC. We started playing with the darkness.
Yeah, it started talking to us.
But we started playing with it too. Look at all the dungeons you had to do. Well, the dungeon where you were getting light fucking orbs and slamming them over here, and getting dark orbs and slamming them over there. Haven't you noticed that our little orbs that show up on the ground have a purple dark hue around them? That was never there before.
Yeah, you're talking about the Umbral engrams from last season?
Yeah, the Umbral engrams were one thing, but no, the orbs of light that used to drop on the ground are not orbs of light anymore.
No. They've got darkness in them.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense because one of your supers is stasis,
one of your subclasses is dark oriented, yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what anybody is using now. All the orbs that hit the ground have darkness in them.
Oh, no. Nope.
I haven't. The ones that come out of your traditional subclasses, all of those for me show up as like dark orbs still.
I'll have to pay more. I'll have to pay more attention to that because I know I was in the Crucible the other day and 2 guys were fucking. It was Gambit, excuse me. 2 guys were trying to wipe out an entire fucking bunch of Scorn, and I saw white orbs and dark orbs falling on the ground.
Both?
Yes, one guy. One guy they both had masterwork weapons, and the dude shot 2 guys and a white orb popped out. The other guy shot 2 fucking guys and 2 dark orbs popped out. And I was like, what? I should have fucking screen capped that. And I was like, nah, it's got to be like the environment I'm in. But I couldn't pay attention to it because of what was going on. I needed to deal with the captains that were there, or at least help deal with the captains. Because the Scorn and the fucking Gambit suck. They fucking suck. I give me the Hive all day long, please. They're easier to kill.
Yeah, the Scorn was a unique batch of enemies.
But they fucking spawn 2 the glowing dudes all the time. The high value targets. There's 2 of them.
And they teleport.
Yeah, they teleport. And then there's the motherfuckers up in the back where it's an abomination and 2 other ones glowing. I mean, and then there's captains on fucking shields. It's solo all over the place. It takes 22 clips to take them down if 2 people aren't beating on them. It's just the Scorn suck.
The Scorn are unfair.
It's the hardest Gambit there is. Oh, and most of the maps have been removed. So most of the maps are Scorn.
I mean, it doesn't matter which map you get. They can, the enemies are random.
No, it's not. Not anymore. Most of the enemies are gone out of it. The maps are gone because the planets don't exist. So there is no.
Right. But the maps don't matter. You can get, it doesn't matter which map you're on.
It's
You can
always.
get any amount, any enemy.
Pay attention to what happens in Gambit. Write it down. Tell me how many times you faced a hive. Write it
I
down.
don't know.
Write it down.
Probably the same amount.
No, write it down. Today's Thursday. Report back Tuesday. I'll do this.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I'll
but
do
that means you only going to keep track of one map and
No, I'm gonna every time it's fucking Scorn. I'm gonna write down Scorn, Hive, Fallen. Haven't seen him yet. Haven't seen him 2 weeks. Haven't seen him
Cabal,
once,
Vex.
twice. Vex. I don't even remember seeing the Vex yet. Oh no, the Vex are fucking bad too because you get yellow barred fucking Hydras, 2 of them, everywhere. Gambit's hard as fuck.
Gambit was one of those that was always kind of going to be the.
Yeah, but Gambit was fun.
It's a combo thing though, and it's PvP PvE mesh.
I really liked Gambit Prime, and they got rid of it.
Well, they combined it. That's why this is so fucking harder.
It's not hard.
Yeah, it is. Well,
it's
the new
not.
Gambit.
The new Gambit's not hard. It's easier than Gambit Prime. Because
Gambit,
in Gambit Prime, you used to have to go around and kill all the envoys, and then you could damage the Primeval. Now, as soon as the Primeval spawns, you can just hammer it and kill it.
well, you can't kill it instantly anymore because your warlocks have been fixed.
You can kill it instantly, but you can still hammer it throughout the entire. As soon as it spawns, you can damage it. Is what I'm saying.
Look,
in Gambit Prime, you had damage phases. You used to have to kill all of the envoys and then damage the Primeval.
Yeah, but it was a witch over here and a witch over there, and then stand in a circle. I mean, let's be real. You had to kill a witch or something, and then go kill another something, and then
yes,
circle.
Technically that was it, but then
that was also a phase to the game that slowed down immediate eliminations of the target.
Yeah, so
and one other thing they did.
Yeah.
They made it so that you know how if you were on a team that was winning, the other team could like the invasions were like nonstop. Like you would kind of get penalized if you were ahead. Now the invasions are slower. You can't constantly invade anymore. They kind of throttled that. So that's easier. It's easier. They made it easier. They dumbed it down. I'm sorry. And they made it I don't know. It's easy.
The invasions work differently based on how many moats you have banked. It always worked that way. If you have your envoy, you don't have moats to bank to bring up the portal. The portal
if you have your envoy?
The portal only comes up based on how many moats you bank. 25 moats.
Right. Exactly.
Moats. So if you have your prime up, your portal doesn't come up as much, and the other team can invade the fuck out of you constantly because they're banking moats to try and get an envoy so they can once you get your envoy, the other team banks 10 moats, the portal pops up. Guy goes in, gets killed, comes back, bank another 10 moats, the portal comes up. They didn't change any of the balancing in that at all. It's still the same. If you get your envoy up, we did this today. The other team had their envoy up and we didn't have ours up yet. And every 10 moats we banked, we went over and invaded, wiped the team, brought their envoy back up to full health. Our guys were beating the shit out of the others. When they finally came in, 2 guys immediately ran to opposite spawn points on the map to kill that fucking guy, so he killed nobody. We banked 10 moats, invaded, wiped them out again. I mean, we won the game doing it that way, but none of that mechanic has changed at all.
That's true. But I think what's changed is they made it so that you know how
there was a balancing before that was in the game that they did remove because there was people were complaining about if a team gets ahead there was no way to counter.
Right.
And that mechanic you're talking about where it stops them from invasions or
slows it down so they can't come in and kill you.
Right. That balance mechanic may have modified slightly again.
I mean,
they also got rid of all the stuff that you could do. They used like all of the Gambit armor that had like Reaper 3 and Reaper and like
that was that other Gambit. That was Reckoning.
no, that was Gambit Prime. You used to be able to get special armor that gave you perks. So if you maxed it out and say you were an invader, like your armor was primed for invading, the minute you hit the enemy map, their bank would lock.
Yes.
Where's that? It's gone.
I know. I have that armor in my locker. I won't throw it out. I have the red set and the yellow, not in the green set.
And as a Reaper, you could mark enemies for everybody.
Yep.
Like, they just took out all the funny little stuff from Gambit and made it, whatever, kill the primeval as fast as you can. There's like, they made it the mobile game. They made it the mobile Gambit.
Yeah, it sucks. It's one round.
Yeah.
Never in my life have, hey, Ren, you want to go play tennis? Yeah, one game, see who wins. What fun is that, bro? Let's play 3. Okay? Best of 3. At least you got to beat me twice to win. No. No. One game. Just one. That's 8 minutes, and then I'm spending 3 in fucking space waiting to get another team together because you either got beaten so bad or you annihilated the team so bad that we're breaking up these teams to find a better match.
Yeah, I mean,
Gambit sucks, and
Gambit was awesome. I loved Gambit Prime. Gambit Prime was my jam, and they got rid of it and dumbed it down. I'm not into it.
I make fun of Gambit Prime because, like you said, it was go kill this, bank some motes, go kill that, bank some motes. Oh, you got that shit? Now go stand over here and kill this fucking witch, and go stand over there and kill this witch. And oh, look, there's a circle on the ground. Stand in that, and you can do 4 times damage.
Well, now they made it so you don't even have to do any of that. They made it so you can stand anywhere and shoot the thing anytime.
What I will say, Gambit Prime was fucking fun.
It was.
It was fun. Reckoning was fun too, but not a lot of people kind of dug it. So you went in there and maybe you had 2 people on a team, and that kind of sucked because that was fun too.
If you had a bad team with Reckoning, it was going to be frustrating. Because the margin for error was so low. You know, like if you were doing the Bridge of Folly thing, as soon as people started dying, it was like, whatever.
Clear them fucking ants as fast as you can so everybody can get their shit together to take down whatever you need to take down and move on. Get them fucking levels up. Get to the point where all the fucking tokens I ate might mean something. Fuck that shit up. But, I mean, even original Gambit, 3 rounds. What the fuck good is 1 round in anything? You want to play a game? Yeah, 1 game, 1 round. But that's like saying, hey, you want to play a game of baseball? I get up first and nobody else. That's it.
That's kind of what I liked about Gambit Prime. It was 1 match, but it had enough going on to make it challenging. Now it's just regular Gambit with 1 match. Which is like...
And all they did was turn up the enemies, or double them up, I should say, because it's not even turn them up. It's double them up.
There's just more enemies? I didn't even notice that.
It's not more. There's more yellow bars. There's more hidden high-value targets that pop up. You kill a high-value target with the right piece of equipment, and it spits out 30 motes. I'm hoping they fix that. I didn't see it in the patch notes today, but I've either lost in Gambit inside of like 6 minutes or I have won inside of 5. There's so many. I mean, now that the Warlock's been fixed, you can't melt the boss in 4 seconds. Thank God.
But I don't even have the Stasis subclass yet because
you're doing the campaign.
But I was still doing that. Like,
it's
not really about having any subclass. It's the fact they made it easier. Is what they did. They made it easier.
know about. Who's making photocopies?
I don't know. Who is making
That
photocopies?
is not in this household. No copier going.
Who's printing? Ren.
Always printing school stuff.
There you go. That loud fucking printer. But I like what they've done with the game. I think it's come a long way to go back, clean up some of the holes in the lore. I do hate the fact that you still have to read it, but at least they made it a bit easier.
It's in game. That's so much better because you can just hold the button down and go read lore.
Yeah. I like the way it's separated out. The new screens are more easier to navigate.
The new UI as a whole is sexy as hell.
Yeah. I think they've come a long way with this game after 6 years, even though it's only year 3. But yeah, after 6 years, I'm hoping that the 10-year plan was in Destiny years and not in real years. Because if that's the case, we're only looking at like another year of content.
Yeah.
I'm sure something will happen and we'll be delayed again for something. And I mean, that just happens, but it happens. I'm not blaming anything on a pandemic, but yeah, it happens. But I do like the fact of the separation from Activision has helped this game get back to its core roots. Even the employees of the company will say that. They've said it on Twitter and on their info docs that they've done and their the phone call conference meetings. It was a good move getting back, buying their own IP back and getting back to the days of 343 when they had some freedom to build a game. I mean, we've seen that with other companies, right, Thump? Harmonix?
True.
Oh my God, I loved Harmonix. I mean, I still love Harmonix.
Harmonix? I mean, they sold their soul to the devil and got fucked. And then got the fuck out of it.
Yeah, Harmonix was initially owned by MTV, wasn't it?
No, that was the other one. That was Guitar Hero. Harmonix came out of Guitar Hero. Who did Guitar Hero?
Well, no, Guitar Hero was published by Activision.
By Activision, but it was made by a company, and they were the ones who were in bed with MTV, and MTV was the one who got the deal to publish Guitar Hero through Activision. I know that entire story. I followed it. I'm a day one fucking Guitar Hero Rock Band player.
Okay. Well, Harmonix went independent sometime in like 2012, I want to say. Maybe 2012. They got out of whatever deal they were with and they started publishing things independently. That was a beautiful renaissance for Harmonix. They put out all those Dance Central games. I was so into all of them.
Yeah,
and then
DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, they competed against them completely. And then they went up against Guitar Hero.
Well, Dance Dance Revolution is not really a thing in the United States. I mean, it is, but like it's mostly a Japan thing.
More so. Yeah, DDR is more so focused that way.
Every fucking stand-up arcade that I've ever been to has a DDR machine in it.
They do, but people aren't into it in the way that they are in Japan.
Well, true, but you can't put your feet on one over here in fucking the boardwalk of New Jersey. 55 fucking miles of boardwalk. You can't put your feet in one of those machines. Somebody's always on it.
Well, I mean, it's an arcade machine.
Yeah.
If you have an arcade, why not? But I'm just saying the people who are into it and who like can you even play DDR at home?
Yeah, sure you can. I have a Mac.
You can?
Yeah, DDR was on a PlayStation or the Wii.
Yeah, I don't know any Americans that play DDR, to be honest.
Dance Dance Revolution was on all consoles. My kid has it. We used to play it here.
Okay, you're the only American household that I'm aware of that plays DDR. Every other American household that I'm aware of, like that I know, either played Dance Central or Just Dance.
Connect. You're talking about a device that had a Connect. DDR was a PlayStation thing. Or
well, you can also play
camera.
You can play Just Dance if you have like a PlayStation camera. So it doesn't have to be a Connect.
Oh, okay. Connect and a PlayStation camera is pretty much the same. It's a camera. The point there was DDR was on consoles that didn't have cameras, whereas as Just Dance and the other one were Connect camera games. So you didn't need a pad to jump on. It tracked you.
Right. That's what Just Dance does. That's
right.
what
I'm
and
saying.
that's what
DDR.
Dance Central did.
Yeah, Dance Central. Excuse me, not DDR.
Yeah, DDR. Okay, so DDR is not really a big thing in the United States. That's all I'm saying.
But it was when it first.
It was at one point, like 15 years ago, but like not anymore.
Yeah, until systems came out with cameras. The only way to play any dance machine was on a pad, and DDR was the shit.
Right, like a long time ago though. But like right now, it's mostly a Japan thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So like Just Dance and Dance Dance Revolution, not that Dance Revolution, and Dance Central were like a really big thing for a while. And then when the Xbox One came out and Harmonix was creating all this stuff for the Kinect that was going to ship with the Xbox One, like the Fantasia game and all this other stuff. It was so weird because then Microsoft came out and was like, oh no, wait a minute, the Kinect is optional. You can just buy it as a separate peripheral. You don't have to, you don't have to buy the one that comes with the Kinect. Pretty much killed that entire idea, which really annoyed me. I was like, you guys should have just...
I miss the Kinect.
Me too. I loved it so much.
It wasn't so much that, J7. They killed the Kinect when they shipped the Xbox without a Kinect port.
They killed it before that when they said you didn't need it.
Well, yeah, but then they came out with a console that you couldn't connect it to. That's
right.
You had to buy an adapter.
Yeah. You had to buy an adapter for $27, $33.50 with tax and shipping, which you can't buy because I have one that I paid $150 for.
I have one and I love it, and I hate that they killed it.
That was like that year of trying to find instruments for Rock Band.
You still can't find them.
Well, no, now you can't find them at all. But
no, you got to go to a thrift shop. Trust me, I'm looking for new guitars.
I gave all my drums away to Angie.
Yeah, I have my drum set still, but I'm not. I want to buy like 5 guitars. If you're not going to sell them, give me a case of them. I'll spend fucking $2,000 for 6 guitars. I'll do that, but just let me have a backup because I go through guitars like crazy. You know that. Mm-hmm. I have multiple people playing on them. It's not like here's my guitar. No, sometimes I've got two people, 3. I want to play guitar too. 3 people playing guitar. 5 people singing. 4 is enough. 5 I can't help, but I mean I've got 6 microphones.
6, damn, that's a lot of microphones.
Yeah, well we play Rock Band.
I love Rock Band.
By the household.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's a lot of freaking love me some Rock Band.
Oh yeah, you'll have to when I come back up there. You'll have to definitely come over to the house for one of our Rock Band nights.
Oh, awesome.
I can easily have 8 to 10 people here who want to play Rock Band. Easily. Oh, I want to sing this song. I want to sing that. All right, you sing this one. Oh, can we sing that? Yeah, yep, okay. Next thing I know, my playlist is 30 songs deep.
I think between Luskin and I, we pretty much have every song you can download for Rock Band.
The Rock Band was published by MTV Games and distributed through EA.
The first Rock Band.
Right, yes. Guitar Hero was, I can't remember who published it, but it was distributed through Activision.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember who published it.
And they proceeded to saturate the genre to the point that nobody cared anymore.
DJ Hero.
DJ Hero.
Great
Then
game.
there was like Guitar Hero Metallica. Then there was Guitar
Aerosmith.
Hero Aerosmith. And every other month there was a new Guitar Hero. And it was like, fuck this. I'm tired of this. Can you stop?
Then there
No.
was Green Day.
No, well,
Green Day.
that's Rock
The
Band.
one
No,
really
Rock Band got the later Green Day release.
Okay, Rock Band was the
the
Beatles.
one really I was about to say that. The one really beautiful version of that was the Beatles
Yeah,
Rock Band.
Beatles was a full set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because
We played the shit out of that run.
because they had to do it so that they could separate the instruments. They
Yeah.
had to re-record all the songs.
They had to do it because Yoko Ono said if you want the Beatles, you have to do it as a standalone game, and you can never, ever, 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 ever import or export the music to any other version of Rock Band.
Well, she lost on that because you can.
No, she did not lose on that because you can't.
You can.
No,
Yeah.
No, you can't. If you want to play Beatles Rock Band, you better have an Xbox 360 and the game disc. You cannot.
Well, yeah, you need the disc, but you can still play it through the other if you have the newer version of Rock Band.
Oh, no. You can backwards compatible it on your Xbox 360 or on your Xbox One through backwards compatibility, but you cannot open up Rock Band 4 and play Beatles. No. The answer is no. You can't. If you want to play Rock Band Beatles, you better have a Xbox 360 and the game disc. You can't play it any other way.
Okay, sure. I think what I was saying was that it's not real. Like they had to re-record the songs.
Well, yeah, everything's got to be remastered to fit the. They have to.
And I think his son, like John Lennon's son, was like involved in recording a whole bunch of the Beatles.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, it was really cool. And did you notice that when you mess up, you know how in Rock Band, like the music gets distorted if you mess up? It kind of just
muted.
Gets muted a little bit. It doesn't like, oh, you can't have the Beatles fucking up their own songs. You know?
As you miss notes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in Rock Band Beatles. Because you're right. You're exactly right. You can't fuck the Beatles song up. We'll just mute it down a little bit. We won't give you the fuck ups you did. We'll just mute the music a little so you can listen to Paul McCartney sing, Hey Jude.
Yeah.
According to, let's see, Reddit, I apologize in advance for this question has been answered before, but I found an old copy of my Beatles Rock Band and was wondering if there was any backwards compatibility. It is not and will probably never be backwards compatible for a few reasons. For one, Microsoft said that any game requiring specific peripherals, so in Rock Band's case, the instruments will not be made backwards compatible, even if they were to change.
Yeah, they're not interested in that. Like I said, it lives on the
360.
It lives on the 360.
Yeah, and that's it.
Just like Dance Central, which really annoys me. Although I know they have a VR version of it, which I don't care. Because it's not the same thing.
You know how much DLC I have for that game? It was Red Octane, by the way.
Yes, Red Octane, original publisher for Guitar Hero, right?
Yes, Red. And then they partnered with Konami and Harmonix.
Right. For Guitar Hero 2.
Yes. I think it's right here. I think it's Guitar Hero 2. Red Octane was bought by Activision. Harmonix was acquired by MTV. And the two parted ways.
Mm-hmm. And they remain independent to this day, I believe.
Oh, well, they bought themselves.
Harmonix. Yeah, they bought themselves.
Yeah, that was the biggest news ever when they did that too. Everybody was like, Harmonix is buying itself back, and Rock Band fans were like, word?
Oh,
word?
We're gonna get keyboard back? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that was disappointing that we didn't get keyboard back. That was such a fun instrument.
Rock Band 4 was disappointing, period, when it went to the Xbox One. It was disappointing, period. We couldn't play together. We still really can't play together.
Couldn't play together online like you used to be able to play together online. Couldn't, what was it? There was a whole myriad of issues with. Oh, remember how many licenses they couldn't get for you to continue to play for Rock Band? So you lost like 30% of your library to just getting
songs.
a new game.
Yep, 34 songs right off the bat.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, they had to relicense so much stuff, and then the creator library that was there and then went away. Wasn't it? Modest Mouse wouldn't actually release games to Rock Band, but they would go to the creator library and create their songs in the creator library.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
DJ Hero and Band Hero.
When
I thought Band Hero was going to be like marching band. I thought that was what it was going to be, and that would have been fucking smooth.
That might have been great for Maximus Prime, but then they went with Guitar Hero Live, which was the downfall of the entire fucking franchise.
Well, how about?
Oh no, you have no music library. You can just play what we'd let you play every week.
How about Rock Band Rivals?
I liked that. That was actually cool.
Rivals is good. I'm still playing. I make sure I go in and do my leaderboard shit for the Rivals and
no. The independent, the mobile.
Well, you had to buy that because you could suck those songs into Rock Band.
Yeah, Rock Band Rivals, the mobile.
The mobile, yeah. But you got to remember, it was they did that because of the big. There was a huge jump in those tap games.
Oh yeah, rhythm games. Rhythm games had a big surge,
especially tap dance. That was the big one. I mean, that was so big. Fucking even Trent Reznor was like, "Yo, here's my music. Put it in your game."
Pretty much any music you could think of. There was like a tap, something Lady Gaga, which I was in love with.
Whoever would license, and you notice it was all independent because everybody wanted their own deal. That was the biggest problem when Rock Band Rivals came out. It was like, yo, fuck all that shit. Here's the game. We'll give you content to download. You don't have to buy 16 different apps for fucking 3 weeks because you like Britney Spears or you like Lady Gaga or wait, here it's Tap Beatles. No, we're just gonna, here you go, and you can buy songs. Oh, and by the way, if you own any of our other games like Rock Band, those songs work over there too. Win-win.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that genre of game died fast. And then it became all these puzzle runner games. How fast can I run through this board? Up, down, left, right, move. Okay, watch this guy move up there to run. Oh, speed jump here.
What is it?
Up these points.
Mirror's Edge?
Yeah, Mirror's Edge. Huge.
You know, there's a new version of that. It's hold on, it's in my Ghost Runner or something like that now.
Oh, yep, Ghost Runner.
It's a new Steam game.
Yep. And then it switched to card flipping games became more popular, or building your battle deck games. I can't call them card flipping. It's insulting. I've learned that over the years. You build your battle decks. Those games became highly popular. They still are.
I don't know. I kind of got off of mobile games after. I think the last one I was really into was Monument Valley.
Watch what you say. Ren's still a fucking big time mobile gamer.
It's just not. I don't know.
I play. Walking Dead and then my weed farm I'm growing. Trailer Park Boys. Those are the two mobile games I
would like to see some more innovation in the mobile space. I feel like they're all the same. What innovation
do you want?
I want it to just be different.
You need to change the scope. You need to change the scope of mobile gaming and.
Like, can we get something like? Can we go back to Infinity Blade? Like that was awesome.
There's tons of games like that out there. The formula hasn't changed.
Right, and Infinity Blade came out in 2010.
Yeah, but you're limited. A, you're limited on real estate. B, you're limited on dimension and proportion of screen.
Again, this
So
is
you're either going to hold it
away from the phone and go to an iPad. That you need to shift the paradigm in the industry.
Yeah, but even when you do that, a lot of these mobile games you can play on a tablet, but at the end of the day, you're either playing with virtual joysticks, which suck. There's no feedback. It's not like holding a controller in your hand and playing a game.
So you tie your controller. It's Bluetooth. You can tie
Again, you're defeating the purpose of a mobile game.
Okay, PUBG plays way better on a tablet than it does on a phone.
Everything is going to play better on a larger screen, but you're still playing with virtual Joy-Cons.
But so what? It's right there on the screen, and it's natural. They've got it natural. And the point I was trying to make was, you said there's not enough real estate. There's plenty of real estate on a tablet. If you want to play a serious game, you shouldn't do it on your phone. You're not going to play Madden on your phone.
You can.
You can. Why would you when it's right there on a tablet? And
it doesn't have to be.
Not everybody has a tablet, though.
Oh, do your numbers. There's fucking billions of tablets out there.
There's more phones out there.
That's only because you're right. 100 million, 400 million phones. 400 million phones.
Your best option moving forward with mobile gaming, to answer the question that you have there of degradation. Well, to answer the statement of degradation to the phone,
right,
is this right here, which is becoming more and more popular. I'm gonna drop it in Slack for you as soon as Slack pops up.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop it in general.
Okay.
So this styling keeps your mobile phone mobile, allows it to become more of like a PSP, where it's still a pocket mobile styling.
Hey, you're turning it into
a PSP.
Switch.
Yeah, Switch, PSP, even though these aren't detachable to the level that you would say like a Switch and Joy-Cons work.
No,
so it's not an independent thing. It turns it more into your PSP, which was a all-in-one like game system that you carried around with you. Which, yes, the Nintendo has that option, but also has the ability to go free range too.
It's interesting because the games I tend to play on mobile though are touch games.
Well, that's kind of the other thing that I think she's talking about is all of these tap games, because that becomes everything about this is what made Solitaire and Mahjong and shit like that are mobile games, card flippers, that essentially that format is what you're relegated to, and that system is what you're relegated to, that it's tap games, where in order to put a mobile game in place, you, like you said, have the problem with virtual controllers, for the most part, suck.
Yeah.
Because the styling of the game doesn't connect to the style of play when you're having to play on the screen. Even if you do upgrade it to a tablet.
I get Ren's point of no hepatic feedback. No, I get that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying with this Pega that I put up here. That this is what's been introduced to try and assist in that crossover, keeping your mobile phone a mobile phone and able to slide into your pocket at the same time of giving you a controller and buttons that allow you to have more of that feel, the mesh that comes together with doing it this way.
Right.
I think at the end of the day, it's apples and oranges. You're talking about two different types of gamers.
Yeah, that's
you're
true.
talking like me. I am a mobile gamer. I would say 100% right now because I haven't played a game.
You're a tap mobile gamer.
I play Clash Royale. I play Warriors of Waterdeep. I play games like Subway Surfers or whatever that same style of genre of
we'll just
Forever
call
Run
it
style
for lack of a
game.
better term, we'll call them tap taps because that's your fingers on the screen. You're really kind of more tapping things in order to get things to happen instead of like moving.
And
holding.
I mean, like games like Web, you used to play it incessantly and make me take my phone out so you could play it. Where you got to draw objects and draw lines. The plane landing game.
Yeah. We had to land.
Anybody play Monument Valley?
No.
I played Monument Valley.
It's actually really cool. It goes.
Yeah.
It's less about the tapping and it's more about the puzzle. I like that.
It's a
cool.
puzzle game.
Yeah.
And there's tons of puzzle style games. I mean, the games that are in Apple Arcade, there are some serious games in there. A lot of the games I just tend not to play because I don't appreciate nor the amount of time it takes to play on-screen Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I get that.
I tend not to play those games because when I'm playing the game, it's, lack of a better term, you're sitting on a shitter or you're on a conference call and you have 3 minutes to do something and that's all the time you can give it, or you're sitting on the couch watching TV, or you're outside smoking a cigarette. Whatever the situation may be, however you want to fit that into play, it's a casual. You're a much casual gamer, more casual than a casual PC or console gamer. You can game at any point in time, and you're looking for something that's going to fill a gap of time and a time-based game. I always go back to Clash Royale. That is the game I play the most of.
Yeah, build a deck.
Because it's 3 minutes to 5 minutes at most.
Yeah, build a deck, do what you need to do. And
in the morning, sitting down drinking coffee, I play all my war days and maybe fill my chest slots, and then I go and work for the day and I run all my chests the way I need to run my chest. It's a style of gaming that works for me. I think it's a different conversation of I wish mobile gaming were more this. But that's coming from 3 people that are hardcore gamers, that 2 of them game on a console and 1 of them games on a PC. And you guys can sit in front of those consoles and PCs for 12 hours in a day.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who does that.
You can.
I could, but I don't.
Well, no. I'm saying, Jay saying, well, no. But yeah, you could. You could sit there and literally play the game if you dedicated the time to it to just do that.
Last 3 nights in a row, he game till 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
And you're going to do the same thing again tonight, and you're going to go to sleep, and you're going to wake up tomorrow.
Oh, no,
you're going to game.
No, not going to do that tonight because I think I have a house guest. The girls are not working tomorrow. They're going shopping.
Is that really his point?
So again, my point is you're going to not tonight.
No, you're right. I'll probably be gaming till 1 o'clock in the morning, singing rock. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and then you're going to go to bed, wake up tomorrow. They're going to go shopping, and you're going to sit in front of the console for 10 hours.
Oh, tomorrow I'm gaming all day till my fucking controller dies. Definitely. I have downtime.
See, that's you're a serious gamer in that regard. I don't have the brain space nor capacity to do that.
The bridge there for the hardcore gamer who wanted to game on the go is the Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Thump, I've seen a lot of people with these Bluetooth devices that your phone either snaps into standing up or
that's what I was saying with cloud gaming as a service now, with Stadia and xCloud and all of this, you're gonna see more of these AAA titles that are going to be on the go. So your mobile gaming space is expanding, but not in the realm of mobile gaming. It's more gaming is expanding to go mobile.
Yep. I mean, and not for anything, let's not discount the Apple Store and the Google Store because they now have their own type of cloud gaming where, try it first. Try It First is the beta test of, can we cloud game? Do we have to actually put games on your phone, or can we cloud game? That's the beta test of it.
I think that is one area that we're very much a long way away from.
Oh no, it works perfectly. Look, Thump, you play xCloud games?
Oh,
you
yes.
beta it?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
How'd it work?
Actually, surprisingly well.
Flawlessly.
Yeah, it's surprisingly better than anybody was really. I shit on it a lot because I'm like, there's no way you're going to get the latency right. There's no way.
Yeah,
y'all don't have computing power anywhere to do the latency properly for what you're trying to. An FPS is going to be pure shit. I've played Sea of Thieves on my phone, and guess what? I still kick ass.
Call of Duty, I played it on my phone. Thump, have you played any of these Try It Before You Buy It on your Android device?
No. I'm going to be honest. When it comes down to any games that I've downloaded for my phone, it was Zombies the 2 times for us. It's Clash when I was doing it with Ren.
Right.
But now I'm addicted to Raid Shadow Legends. Like I said on Tuesday, I've got probably close to 300 straight days in it. And I just got done just a second ago. When I held up my phone, it was to show y'all that I was actually going into Polarium so that I could
Raid Shadow Legends.
Dude, look, now see the thing is the reason Raid has that connotation that you give it right there is because they paid so hard in the beginning. Because they were the commercials on YouTube, they were the commercials on TV, they were paying streamers to stream it, they were paying YouTubers to YouTube content, and everything else. They were so sponsored off the rip, and I shit on it a lot in the early part of it. But there was a streamer I watched that wasn't being paid to play it, but just was like, so I've been paying it. I've been playing it, and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, you know what? All right, I'm going to download it. I'm going to try it out. And I'm going to vow to never spend a dime on it. And now, Genshin Impact, like I said, I spent the $10 for the Battle Pass thing because they made it to where that was really kind of a necessity in the way their game was built. I still, 300 days in on Raid Shadow Legends, have never spent a dime on it. Not a dime.
That's impressive.
That's not bad.
It's easy to do. Guess what? I don't know. I'll pull it right back up here so I can explain this in actual detail here. All right. So my level, I'm a 46 right now. Okay. And as a level 46 player in the game, you get 116 daily energy usage before you have to wait on the recharge. As it 1 point every however long it takes to generate a point back, right?
Mm-hmm.
7, take a wild guess at how much energy I have right now.
You told me this.
Just a wild guess.
I know the
number. Go ahead
and
just throw any number out there.
8,000.
10,000.
I wasn't talking to you, Webb.
I know.
Yeah, but
10,000.
you fucked up her unbiased opinion of being able to throw it.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Voter fraud?
Yeah, you influenced her vote. You threw 8,000 out there, so that gave her the idea that a number that high is possible, so she went higher.
That's true.
She could have said $1, Bob.
Yeah, she could have, but you said 8,000, so you gave her a big title. You influenced the vote.
I thought you were talking to me. And
no, you didn't, because I said 7.
7. 8. 8. 10.
It didn't ever sound like Web Boy.
12. 12.
Is what I'm saying. But plain and simple. Like, all right, and he pretty much about nailed it too when he said it too. That was the real jackass move too. 8,510 energy is what I have right now. I could spend my daily over and over and over and over and over again today and still not get to my daily.
You can't spend all that in one day. It's impossible.
So it's a game that encourages you to play because you've always got energy to be able to play.
You could, for like 3 months with that 8,000. That's like
Yeah,
3 months.
it's absolutely ridiculous, like how much they make the availability for you to play. Let's see, did I just? And now there's these daily rewards that they give you. Oh yeah, it gave me more energy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now
that's why.
there are these daily reward packages that they're given that was just recently introduced. They're getting ready for another part of an expansion. We're going to get these battle towers next. So which is going to be just another way to try and spend more energy, but arena tokens are one thing you have to wait on, and there are two different types of arena tokens. You only get 10 of each of them. There
Oh, yeah.
are solo team, and then there are tag matches, where solo team matches are four player, like, well, not four player, four character, one player versus one player matchup. The tag matches are three four-player teams versus three four-player teams. And those arena tokens are separated out. I have campaign mode, which is multi-tiered in difficulty from normal all the way to nightmare. I'm currently in brutal with my build. Then there are dungeons, which contain 5 primary dungeons to help you gain potions in the beginning. And then there are 5 secondary, yes, 5 secondary dungeons to help you gain higher tier gear, higher tier jewelry, higher tier mastery scrolls, and these are used as your tournament games. Then there are the faction wars, which if you have certain character factions that you really, really like and you build a team that are dedicated of just that character faction, every couple of days you'll have a faction war environment open up to where you can go and build and build and build to customize that particular faction's capabilities. Then there's your arena, which now is broke down into the 2 arena types, which are classic arena, which is the 4v4, and then the tag team arena, which is a 16 versus 16.
That's decent.
Then you have your clan boss battles now that occur every day. You get 2 clan battle tokens that regenerate every 5 hours. And they've added Ultra Nightmare as a new level for bigger clans to go after, because now some of the really big clans can knock out stuff. And this new event that will be opening, which right now we still don't have a timeline on, I don't think, called the Doom Tower, will be the new thing. There's multitudes of way to upgrade and get heroes, and then to upgrade their equipment and change their style of play and everything else. I mean, the amount of detail that's gone into the creation of this game is really remarkable for essentially an AFK tapper, is what it is. Because I don't have to pick every move that my combat does in the arena. I can just auto battle.
Okay.
And if my teams are strong enough, they just go in and they wipe the floor and it's over. They pick a good move set and everybody does their stuff until the thing's over. I auto battle the clan boss because there's no point. You're just trying to do the amount of damage you're going to do. Is essentially all that is, because clan bosses are supposed to be multiple members of the clan doing damage to the boss in order to eliminate the boss. Now, we've got a couple guys in our clan that, like, if Sparky goes on and battles the easy boss, nobody else gets to play easy boss that day, because Sparky's 5-person stack that he's got that goes against the easy boss kills the easy boss in 1 turn.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And so that's why they have the Ultra Nightmare boss now, is for people like Sparky. If you got a clan that's got like 6 or 7 Sparkies in it, then they're going to be able to probably take down an Ultra Nightmare boss in the time that's allotted, because you get all of these bosses in the course of a day, and according to how much damage you do, you get weapons and armor distributed to you based on the amount of damage that you're able to do. So if you're just starting out, you don't want to fight the normal or the hard or the brutal or the nightmare or the ultra nightmare boss. You don't want nothing to do with that, because I literally just trying to fight the easy clan boss for the first couple weeks. Told my clan leader, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm throwing feathers at these bosses. And he goes, just remember, every feather counts. And I'm like, this son of a bitch. But at the same time, like now I go in and I can knock an entire section plus of health bar out on my own. That is, on a normal boss, I'm starting to be able to do that type of stuff. So my progression's been slow and long by not buying anything to help boost characters along any faster or anything like that, by not trying to acquire any of these extra gold tier characters, by doing, what would require me to spend a little bit of money to get some advancements on some of the stuff. But the RNG of the game, if you play it purely on the RNG and purely just for the enjoyment of playing a game, like you can play every day, whenever the hell you want to play, at all lengths of time to be able to play and really, really just enjoy the game, which I was impressed with, and was kind of actually sidelined by the fact that a mobile game, which was core philosophy, seems to be built on like pay to play, pay to win in some fashion, that this game doesn't really require that, like at all. Like at all, in any way, shape, or form. There's not even a need to go, well, I play this much every month. I'll donate $5 to the thing a month. And it's like, I've almost got a year in, and I enjoy the game, but if I spend money on it, I mean, it's just going to be extra shit that I'm not using anyway. It's like, I don't need to do it. Right. In order to play the game at all. Like, they don't need my money either, because they have whales out there that are spending big money to do all the wild stuff. Like, I'm sure there's people that have thousands upon thousands of dollars invested into Raid Shadow Legends. I just know that it's not necessary for anybody to do that. Which is remarkable for a mobile game. And I like you, I laughed a lot when I heard Raid Shadow Legends. I was like, oh, God. And then you hear somebody else say it, and it's like, oh, God, here comes
Shadow Legends.
Play it. And it's like,
have you seen?
Play it. You'll be surprised.
I was just doing that because I'm obsessed with the Internet Historian.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the way that he does the Raid Shadow Legends promos is hysterical.
Oh, yes.
So I was just... Yes. And then whenever he does guest spots in like other channels, they're like also hysterical. So
yep. But like I said, you take that out of it and you actually like tap it one time. Don't be surprised if you end up like me a year from now going, so these are the characters that I'm primarily running, and this is what I'm doing in the clan boss battles now, and this is what I got going on. I just recently got a character that it's a legendary that finally replaced one of my rares on my clan team.
Okay.
Because I can level a character. Usually within a day, I can get a character leveled to run with. It's easy to just go in and you do the story mode campaign battles. That's the fastest way of leveling a character, and eating other items into them. I'm sitting on almost 400 green crystals. So if anytime I need like sacrificial lambs to feed to big characters, then I'll just drop a bunch of green crystals real quick to give me all these little feeder minions to like let my big characters eat.
Cool. Okay. Maybe I'll check it out. I feel like I have a whole list of games
Oh
to
yeah,
check out.
yeah. There's a lot out there in all the
Yeah.
spaces too, and I guess this is the pinnacle of gaming. This is the gaming golden years right now because it doesn't matter what your style is. Every style has plenty of options,
Yeah, that's true.
and and now the ability to almost take all of those games to every platform because not for anything Gems of War was one that was a mobile game that made its way into the console space, which I played a shit ton when it came to the console space, and it's one of those games it'd be interesting to see if Clash would entertain the idea of bringing itself into a console or PC space like you see with like Polarium. I have a Raid Shadow Legends emulator that runs on my PC. There's a Polarium emulator that runs on my PC, so I can play Raid Shadow Legends on my PC as well as on my mobile phone. And it'll be interesting to see with a game, especially as popular as Clash is and as big as Clash is, to see if it would interest itself in going into that market. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they do have an emulator that runs Clash. I think it's a
I haven't seen it.
I think it's a Google emulator that runs Clash. But I'd have to do a little bit more checking on that.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see like these companies take that space on for themselves, like Raid Shadow Legends did, like Genshin Impact did.
Mm-hmm.
Download our launcher and play it on the PC, play it on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah,
True.
I saw that already, Web. It was bad.
I was putting it out there for anybody else who might not have seen it.
Yeah, that it was horrible.
You gotta fucking love it.
Oh.
Gotta love it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that picture right there doesn't even really do it justice. You ought to see him looking straight on at the camera and the lines both running down his cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like,
my God.
oh, Jules, what is going on, bud?
Baby, what is you doing?
Yeah, somebody fix his face. Why y'all got him out in public looking like this?
This guy right here is the downfall of the presidency of Donald Trump. This guy.
Rudy Giuliani did not help.
No, not at all. He made it 1,000 times worse. Trump was doing fine fucking himself up. This guy made it 1,000 times worse. Look, I told you, I am not a Trump fan. I supported his policies, even though I've said it before and Thump has reiterated my words. I was scared and maybe didn't agree with him from the start. A lot of the shit he did was good. You can debate it. The proof is in the pudding. Debate it all you want.
I don't know.
Yeah, Webb went from very neutral to a Trumper by the end of it. Like, his presidency actually crafted and changed Webb's mind through the process.
I like my money. I like what he was doing for the economy of this company. This country.
Well, same difference.
I like that.
I don't know.
Biden will break that.
I don't think he did as much as you want to give him credit for. I'll say that.
Obama's presidency, when he walked out of the White House, the stock market, it was 17,000.
I'll also say in devil's advocacy of this that he also did more, Jay, than you'll ever give him credit for.
Yes, this is true. She's not.
Yeah, I think he's a shit human, so he needs to walk on water for me to really change my mind about him.
Right? Yeah, I get it. We're dealing with two totally different aspects. By the end of his presidency, y'all two are on totally different sides of the conversation. Like I get it.
Rain cloud. There's a silver lining to every rain cloud. You can hate the fucking rain cloud, but it brings something good. Without the rain, there'd be no flowers.
I think that the damage he's done to the American psyche and the American democracy isn't worth whatever economic boost you want to credit him with.
I want to revisit this conversation at the end of 4 years of what you thought was going to be a better solution.
Yeah.
Okay. I look forward to that conversation.
I don't believe all of that shit. I think the divide in this country was there before. It was well there before. And the Black Lives Movement brought it forefront twice because the first time nobody gave a shit.
Oh yeah, it wasn't good enough the first time.
That's right, and that was under a black president.
The Black Lives Matter movement, you said?
The Black Lives Matter movement started under a black president, and nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, not enough was. I mean, I'm not gonna say that.
So
I don't think Obama did as much as he could have done.
Oh no, he's been dubbed as very lazy for a community that he should have had a much higher respect for.
Yeah, but the Donald Trump, it goes so far beyond that to focus on that is just myopic and just like it misses the entire point.
Well, and actually, it actually woke the conversation up to a certain degree.
Well, nothing, not for anything, Jay. Saying he's a horrible human being and anything else that he ever did is not worth anything is very myopic of a view as well.
Well, I can just point out the last 3 months of him being
a microcosm of time.
Let's look back at the last
presidency.
6 months and talk about
a microcosm of time.
Let's look
for
back
a 4-year
at the last
presidency.
year and talk about the shit. Like we can go back any period of time and point to shit he did that was disgusting, that was just you wouldn't
like
tolerate
I said, we are very understanding of the fact that there are two very different conversations that will take place when you two talk.
Yeah, I just I think to say that maybe he did something for the economy is really
20,000 points in the stock market. It's amazing.
It doesn't really matter because
that's
gone.
why I say I want this perspective and then 4 years from now, like
yes,
lowest unemployment ever.
Like it'll be interesting to see how that conversation
really
starts
easy
to pan itself out.
Claim that when you rode in on a high and it just continued to go high, and then you want to take credit for it, like you're some kind of magician at like whatever.
Oh, you might want to check some of those facts.
Well, she's still under the denial that he created jobs.
She's not under the denial that he created jobs. It's just that it doesn't matter now because all of those jobs are supposedly gone.
Right, and that's Trump's fault that a virus.
Well, if you want to credit him with the rise of jobs, then you also need to assign responsibility for when they went away. It all happened during his presidency.
Right, and in 4 years, Biden will tell us how he fucking created all these jobs, but the truth of the matter is, science killed a virus that let everybody go back to work.
Yeah,
so who do we assign responsibility to for these things?
Yeah, but are you gonna give it all to Biden at that point?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think that the entire notion of crediting a president with jobs created is flawed.
Or the entirety of giving him credit for all of the jobs lost as well is also unwarranted.
Indeed.
So giving him the credit, period, on either side of it may be unwarranted, which means it goes back to, again, what I said off the air with you, Webb, and what I said when we were on the air with Mr. Mendrinos last time, that this figurehead that we assign all of the fault and accolade to is almost shows how like dumb democracy is and how like I understand how you can blame a king or a queen that rule over a nation with a solid hand, but I do not understand how you can blame a president that has a entire hundreds of people that make decisions before he even gets to have any kind of say about them.
Well, the reason we do that is because the United States is a presidential republic, a constitutional
republic, yes.
A constitutional republic under whom the law allows a lot of the authority to the president. That's why we do that. But I think when we talk about realistically, the creation of jobs is not something that should necessarily be assigned to any single president, because there's so many factors. And also, how do you analyze that? Are minimum wage jobs the same as every other job? So if you just create a bunch of minimum wage jobs, does that count as the same as, maybe, I don't know, like a middle class income job or something like that? Like, I don't know, that whole metric to me is flawed no matter who the president is.
I want to comment one thing on your minimum wage, all that shit. He brought manufacturing jobs to Michigan, which was abandoned by GM when they almost went bankrupt. Oh, wait, they did go bankrupt.
They did go bankrupt.
He brought factory manufacturing jobs back to Detroit.
He actually didn't.
In what the fuck are you talking? In a future industry that is changing the world right now. The United States only had one car company making electric cars. Trump made it possible to have 5 companies in the United States to compete against China's 14.
So which company? So you're saying Trump somehow made it so that we have 4 new car manufacturers?
They're not necessarily new car manufacturers under that aspect.
And he did that single-handedly. No business, no companies were created. Like
Trump, he made it happen. He
how?
Manufactured by giving the fucking corporate breaks to the companies to put them in tax.
Oh, so he gave tax breaks to companies, and that's
now.
What
Now, if you don't honestly think that is the reason why the jobs exist, then you are living in a shell of anything. If you think that we should just go ahead and tax the ever living shit out of them, you will see how China becomes more of an economic superpower, and you eventually don't
tax the
you don't have anything.
Shit out of them. I just think that.
Opinions, but you are way too fucking young to even understand how this country works. You just
I understand. I understand just fine.
No,
you're way too old to understand that the way it happened 50 years ago is not the same. That it's not the same way that should be happening now.
8-year-old president. I'm 50. I'm too old. I'm too old.
I'm just saying, if you want to go there, we can go there.
7-8-year-old president in. I got 3 notes I want to say before we sign off. A, for all you iPhone 12 users out there experiencing issues with your screen, green screen tints, chill out. Stop taking them to the stores. Chill. The same thing happened with an 11, and Apple fixed it within inside of 2 months. 2, Wonder Woman 1994 will be released on home video Christmas Day.
What the fuck is home video?
HBO
Max, streaming systems, home video. How do you watch videos? Where do you watch
it? Streaming. It'll be released on streaming.
Whatever. And thirdly, China. Congratulations. It's great. You're preparing a moon launch to collect rocks. Hashtag been there, done that. Aren't we bringing rocks home? Like, what the fuck are you doing, China? Makes no sense to me. Ape Bros. I gotta do that. That gets me. Ape Bros. Thursday night, late edition. Right? Yes, late edition. See you next Tuesday. We're out.